Everyone, this is Norma with All My Crafts, and today I have a little tutorial for you. I'm going to show you how to make this cute little hat for your American Girl doll, and it's got a little pom-pom here, and it's got some ribbing right here, as you can see. This is the back of the hat, front of the hat. Very, very cute. And then I'm going to show you how to make this little scarf for your doll. So I made several of them already. Got this color. I got this one right here. It's in brown. It's got a little brown pom-pom. And then, of course, a little scarf to match. I got one here in white. And, of course, a white scarf. And then this one is pink and white. And then the scarf to match. So I'm going to show you how to make these little hats. They're very easy to do, very quick. I'm going to show you really quick how it looks on the doll. This is a doll. And let me try to see if I can get her in camera so you can see how the hat fits on her. As you can see, this is another one, and that's how it fits. And it fits very, very well. And then, of course, this is the scarf on the doll along with the dress right here. So I'm going to show you the materials that we're going to use. Today I am using, I love this yarn, and this is from Hobby Lobby. It's the metallic, and it is a size 4 medium weight yarn. It's right here, size 4. Okay, and we will be using a crochet hook size H, and really that's it. So to start off with, we're going to start with this part right here. We're going to start with this ribbing right here, and it's very easy to do. So to start off with, we are going to start with a chain of 7. Now, sorry about this. I caught my finger in something and I got a little blister right there, so don't mind that. Okay, so we're going to start with a chain of 7. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Okay, and what we're going to do is we're going to work single crochets, and we're going to start with the second chain from the hook. Okay, so skip the first one, go to the second one, and we're going to work a single crochet, and we're going to work a single crochet all the way to the end. So we should have a total of 6 single crochets at the end. Okay, that's what we have. So the way that this is worked is I'm working this and I'm working rows to go all the way around. Okay, so we are going to do this, and it's, like I said, it's very easy to do. So we're going to do single crochets for 35 rounds. So this is round 1. I'm going to do a chain 1, turn my work over, and I'm going to start second row with single crochets again in each chain. Now I'm not doing back loops. That's up to you. If you want it to have that more that ribbed look, I think it looks fine like this. This does look like a rib stitch right here, but if you want it to have a little bit more definition, you can do back loops only, but I'm just doing it through the stitch. Just makes it easier for me. Okay, so it's totally up to you. So anyway, this is all we're going to do for 35 rounds. Is chain 1, turn our work, start row number 3, and single crochet. Okay, so this works up very fast because this does go pretty quick. Now you might think 35 rows, that's a lot. It's not, believe me. It's going to go by really quick. So that's all we're going to do for right now is chain 1. We're starting row number 4 and just a single crochet to the end of the row. Okay, so I'm going to keep working my single crochets, and when we get to row number 35, I'll meet you right here. Again, this is super, super easy. So again, just working single crochets in each stitch across. Okay, chain 1, turn our work over, and again, single crochet. So continue to do this and I'll meet you back here. That's what it's looking like, and I'll meet you back here at row number 35. So here I have completed 35 rows, and this is what it's looking like. Now each row is counted. This is row 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and so on. So you want to make sure you have 35 rows. Now this is what I did using the H hook and this yarn. Now everybody's tension may be a little bit different, so you may need a row more or less, and I would suggest trying it on your doll to make sure that it fits. Now I'm going to show you here how I do this, because you know, if I wrap this around the doll, it doesn't fit all the way around, which is what I want, okay? Because this does stretch. When you do these single crochets like this, it's very stretchy, as you can see. So if I go like this and I go all the way around, it will fit the doll. Sorry, I'm trying to do this trying to hold the doll and trying to do this. But when you grab this end and it stretches, it will fit the doll, okay? So you just want to make sure that it fits around once, you know, you stretch it. Again, this is very stretchable, okay? So now what we're going to do is we're going to close it. We're going to close this end to this end. So now you can either, you know, leave a long piece of string and then use a needle to do both pieces, but I just prefer to do it all in one piece here. Okay, that's how I make the hat. I'm not going to be cutting the yarn off and then, you know, sewing the ends in. So what I do is I have my crochet hook on. Okay, let me just bring this up so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, so I have my crochet hook. So I'm going to go to this other side. Now, I'm just going to go into one of these top stitch right here. It's not really the first, you know, single crochet, which is right here. Okay, I'm just going into this corner stitch right here. Okay. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to slip stitch. Okay. You know, it's kind of hard because this is like twisting up. Okay. But, okay. So what I'm going to do is bring my yarn over, and all I'm doing is a slip stitch right here. Okay. Oops. Try that again. Sorry about that. Okay. So I got my stitch right here. Okay, got my hook in, so I'm going to that first stitch and I'm going to do a slip stitch. There's one. Okay, now I'm going to go into my first stitch. Now on this side, you can see where the stitches are. On this side, this is where we began, so it may be a little bit more difficult, but just, you know, we have a total of 6 stitches going across this way. So we're going to go into that first stitch on this one, then go into a stitch right here on the other side. And we're going to do a slip stitch. So that's all we're doing all the way down is just a slip stitch. Going to the second one, going to that second stitch on the other side, pulling it through, pulling it through. So this is the third one. And I'm just going into that third stitch and doing a slip stitch. And this next one, and just doing a slip stitch through both of them. It's really not that difficult. Just, you know, there's 6 stitches here, so we should have a slip stitch for each stitch. Okay, so that was the 6th one. Now, since I did the little corner on this one, I'm going to do the little corner on this one. So on this, I just grab any stitch right here. Okay, so I'm going to grab, sorry, try to grab this one right here next to it. So I just grab that stitch, and then I'm going to grab the stitch right here on the other one, and all I'm going to do is a slip stitch. Okay, and just pulling that up so that you can see. So both of them are, you know, both ends are sewn together. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip this around, because this is going to be in the inside right here where we did the slip stitch. So then this is what the back looks like, and it just looks like a band, as you can see. Okay, it's stitched up like that. So we have our loop here now. So now what we're going to do, and again, this is a very easy pattern to do. So since we had 35 rows going around, okay, we are going to do, first we're going to do a chain 1, okay, and then we're going to do a half double crochet in each stitch, or I should say each row, because the rows started this way, but now we're going to do a half double crochet this way. So we should have a total of 35 half double crochets. So in each row or each stitch, we're going to do a half double crochet. So that was the first one. Here's the second one. Okay, here's another one. And these, I'm just kind of putting the crochet hook where each row was. Okay, so we're just kind of doing a half double crochet in every stitch going all the way around, and we should have at the end a total of 35, because that's how many rows we did for that brim. Sorry about that, that's Bronco. Sorry, he started barking. He thought somebody was at the door. So anyway, here we go. And I'm just going all the way around. And, you know, at this point, I mean, if you have 35, fine. If you missed a stitch, it's not a big deal. Again, my patterns are very forgiving. But all you want to do is, in each one of these like little holes, there's a hole here, one here. All you're going to do is just put a stitch in there. Okay? And at the end, you should have 35. If you have less, again, it's not really a big deal. So we're just going to continue, and I'm almost done here. Okay. So here we go. And again, this is very, very easy. It works up very fast. Okay, so we're getting to the end right here. That's my last row right there. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to continuously do half double crochets around. So we're going to keep crocheting half double crochets in the rounds. So now that we're here at the very last one, I'm going to continue to do a half double crochet starting with this first one right here that we started. So we're going to continuously do half double crochets going all the way around. And I lost it there. Let me try that again. Again, half double crochet. So we're going to do this half double crochets in the rounds for 6 rounds. So we're starting round number 2. Okay, so here we have round number 1. Okay, and here we started round 2, so we have 1 row, 2 rows. So we're going to do this for 6 rounds, just half double crochets, no increasing, no doing anything, just half double crochets. And I will meet you here at the end of round number 6. So when we get to this end over here, we're just going to continuously keep going around. Now if you've seen my other patterns on some of the dresses that I've done, I like crocheting in the rounds because you don't see the seam or anything. The only seam you're going to see is right here when we stitched up the 2 ends. But all we're doing is half double crochets. And you're going to see how easy this pattern is. So I'm just going to continue. I'm going to go until we start row number 3, and then I'll show you how we're just going to continue going around and around. So we're almost to the end here. Okay, we're finishing up round number 2. And right here, that's the end of round 2, and now we're going to start round number 3. So again, we're just continuously doing half double crochets. So as you can see, we're starting round number 3. So I'm going to continue to do this, and I will meet you here after 6 rounds. Okay? I've completed row number 6. And if we count the rows on this side and on this side, we'll have 6 rows each. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, and this is what it's looking like at the top. So right here, this last stitch, okay, right here where we seamed it up right here, that's the start. Okay, so this very last stitch right here, we're going to do a slip stitch. Okay, so we have a half double crochet right here. So in this next stitch right here, we're going to do a slip stitch, and that's going to close out row number 6. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to start doing a little bit of a decrease, and there's only 2 rows of decrease, and it's not really that difficult. So we're going to do a chain 1, okay, and we're going to do in that first stitch where we did the chain 1 where we slip stitch, we're going to do a 1 half double crochet. Okay, now in the next 2 stitches we're going to do a decrease. So we're going to do 2 half double crochets together, or a decrease. So I'm yarning over, inserting my hook into the first stitch, yarning over, pull up a loop. We have 3 now. Then I'm going directly into the next stitch, pulling up a loop, and we have 4 on the hook. Yarning over and pulling through all 4. Okay. Then in the next stitch, we're going to do just 1 half double crochet. Then in the next one, we're going to do a decrease. So yarn over, insert the hook, yarn over, pull up a loop. We have 3. Go into the next stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop. We have 4. Yarn over and pull through all 4. Okay, so that's what it's looking like. Then we're gonna go into the next stitch and do just 1 half double crochet. So that's what we're gonna do throughout this round. We're gonna do the 1 half double crochet, then we're gonna do the decrease. So again, to do the decrease, yarn over, insert the hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, go into the next stitch, yarn over, pull up a loop, and we have 4. Yarn over and pull through all 4, and that's a decrease. Next, we're going to just do 1 half double crochet. Then we're going to do the decrease. And we're going to do this all the way around. 1 half double crochet. Now we're going to do the decrease. Then we're going to do 1 half double crochet. Then we're going to do the decrease. 1 half double crochet. Then we're going to do the decrease. 1 half double crochet and a decrease. And we're almost to the end here. So I'm going to just continue to do this. Decrease, 1 half double crochet, decrease, 1 half double crochet, decrease, and right here we have 2 stitches left. Now it all depends on how many stitches you ended up with. I have 2 stitches, so I'm just going to do another decrease because there's 2 stitches. If you had 3 stitches here at the end, I would do all 3, decrease all 3 of them. If you have just the 1, then just do a half double crochet. That's really up to you. That's why I say this is a very forgiving pattern. There's no rhyme, or you can just kind of, as you go along, depending on what you end up here with, just do that. So since I have 2 stitches, I'm just going to do another decrease right here. Okay, so now I'm going to go to my very first one, and I'm going to do a slip stitch. Okay, I'm just pulling that so you can see. So this is what the hat is looking like, and it's kind of closing up here at the top. Okay, so now we're going to start the next row. So that was row number 7 from this brim part here. Okay, so we did 6 rows of just half double crochet continuously. Then in the 7th row we did a half double crochet and a decrease. So now in this next row we're going to do a chain 1, and we're going to do a decrease all the way around. So every 2 stitches we're going to do a decrease. Okay, so I did the chain 1, so I'm going into my first stitch right here where I slip stitch, pulling up a loop, going into my next one, pulling up a loop. We have 4, yarn over, and we're doing a decrease. Okay, so the next 2 stitches we're going to do a decrease again. Insert my hook, yarn over, pull up a loop, insert my hook, yarn over, pull up a loop. We have 4, and then pull through all 4. Then again another decrease in the next 2 stitches, pulling up a loop, another decrease right here. Oh, I did that wrong. Forgot to yarn over. Got 4, pull through. Next 2 stitches, decrease, on to the next one and decrease. And decrease. Next 2 stitches, decrease. Next 2 stitches. Now here, let me show you real quick because we're getting close to the end here. We have 1, 2, 3 stitches left right here. So in these 3 stitches, I'm going to do a decrease. So we have 1 going into the next one, pulling up a loop. Now we have 4, and I'm going just into the next one and pulling up another loop and pulling through all 3. And then all I'm going to do is slip stitch. Okay. So now we're done. Now we have this little opening. Now if you wanted this to be a messy bun, you can definitely use it like this and have this, you know, be for a messy bun hat. Pull the ponytail out through the top there. It's totally up to you. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is just pull up a little string here because now we're going to take this. Okay. And we do need our little needle, and let me get that. So sorry about that. I got my little needle right here so that we can close this opening up. So what we're going to do is I just put it on, okay, and I'm going to go in one way right here, like that, through the 2 stitches, okay. Then I'm going to go in this way. Then I'm going to go in this way. Then I'm going to go this way right here. Okay. Then I'm going to go. So we're just kind of going back and forth here with this needle here. And this is going to close the hat out. Now, if you wanted to continue doing some decrease along this top here, you can, and it will make it a little bit more slouchy. But I like the way that it fits, so I'm just closing it up after this row right here. So we're back here to the beginning. Okay, now my beginning was right here. Where this seam is where the beginning always is. Okay, so there we go. I'm just going to go through right here. Okay. So now if we pull on this tail right here, it'll close it up. Okay, and that's pretty much your hat. Close it up, and then of course you want to, you know, tie this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to close it, and then I'm going to go through one of these stitches right here. Then I'm going to make a little knot right here in one of these loops. Okay, and just do this a few times here at the top. Put it through and just make some knots right here. And as you can see, it closed the top right here. Just put it in just like that. Okay, then I'm just going to take this to the bottom, and of course I'm going to sew in these ends back here. So I'm going to cut this and I'm going to sew these ends in, but let me just show you here what it's looking like. This is the back of the hat right here where the seam is. It's the top of the hat, and this is the front of the hat. And look how easy that was. Very easy, very simple to do. So now we're going to work on the pom-pom. So this is the pom-pom maker that I'm using to make the pom-pom. Now you can make your pom-pom any way that you want. If you don't have one of these, you can wrap it around a piece of cardboard. You know, you can make the pom-pom as big, as little as you want. But I'm using this one right here, and it's very easy to use. I like this one the best. I have different pom-pom makers, but this one is my favorite because it's so easy. So all you're going to do is try to do this the right way, right? Okay. Start off right here. Let me hold this right here. Okay. And all you're going to do is wrap this around. Now, I don't count. I just kind of wrap it, and I try to make them even on both ends. And Just kind of wrap these around. So you wrap it on this end, and then you also wrap it on this end, and then you close it up, and then you cut along. So I'm going to continue to make this pom-pom, and I will see you here before I cut them so I can show you what it looks like once they're all wrapped. And again, I don't count. I just kind of wrap, and that's it. So very easy to do. Again, you can use whatever method you want. If you don't want a pom-pom, you don't have to put a pom-pom either. That's totally up to you. So I'm almost done with this end right here. And just try to finish this end, and then I'll start the second one just so that you can see. So this is what it's looking like, and I think that's pretty good. Nope, I think it's too much right there. Okay, so I'm done. That's one end. So all I do is close it. Then you just bring the yarn over, and then you start wrapping on the other end right here. So I'm going to continue to do this, and I'll meet you once I'm done with this one so I can show you how I cut it. So here I finished the other end. As you can see, I got both ends now, and all I'm going to do is just cut my string right here and then close this up, and that's what you have. And now you're going to take your scissors and you're going to cut around this side, and then you're going to cut around this side right here. So all you do is just start right here somewhere at the top and just start cutting. This pot, like I said, this pom-pom maker is my favorite. I have other ones, but I always fall back to this one because it's just so much easier to do, because it holds everything in place for you, where you don't have to be trying to keep everything together. This does it for you. So right here we have that side. I'm just going to start this other side right here. You know, this can be very thick, so you want to make sure you have some good scissors to cut. Okay, so we're almost done here. Okay, so now once you have it like this, you're going to take another piece of string. Okay. And you're just going to take this and wrap it around right here. That's why I said this is my favorite, because you're going to wrap it around, pull on it, and then you're going to tie it. And now what I like to do is I like to give a couple of knots here. So you're going to tie it. Make sure you pull tight on this so it doesn't come loose. And then give it another knot right here. Then I turn it over this way, and then I do another knot. Sorry if you guys hear Bronco sleeping, he's snoring again. And then tie it again. Okay. And then you're done. So then all you do is lift up this end, lift up this end, lift up this end right here, and this end, and then pull this apart, and you have a pom-pom. Okay, now here are my two ends. I don't know where this string is coming from here. Oh, I think these are the ones right here that I tied right here. Okay, so and all you're going to do is trim it. I don't know why this is like that, but all you're going to do is basically trim this around, you know, to make it how you want it to be. So it's just trimming this around. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do this, and I'll meet you here once I have my pom-pom done. So here I have completed my little pom-pom, and now all you're going to do is attach it to your hat. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my crochet hook and I'm going to put it inside, and then I'm going to pull my needle right here through one of the ends right here in the middle, and I'm going to pull one of these threads through. Okay, so I have one, and then I'm going to go to the other side over here. I'm going to put my crochet hook through here again, and I'm going to go to another end right here. Okay, and just going to pull my thread, pull my thread right through here. Okay, so now I have both of them at the bottom right here. Okay, let me try to show you what it looks like inside. So I have one coming in from one side and one coming in from the other side. Okay, and as you can see right here, that's what it's looking like. Okay, sorry, try to get that on camera right here. And then all you're going to do is tie it. So all you're going to do is just give it a few knots, and then you're done. I only did one, and I'll tie it in a minute, but that's all you're going to do is give it a few knots, and you're done with your hat. Again, this is the back of the hat because here's where we, sewed both ends together right there. So this is the front of the hat, and this is what it's looking like. Again, very easy, very simple to do. So we're done with the hat. Okay, so let me show you what to do with the scarf. The scarf, again, is very easy and very simple as well. So to start the scarf, all we're going to do is do a chain of 6. And again, I'm using my H hook right here. You can really use any crochet hook you want, but I'm using my H. So I did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So now in the second chain from the hook, skipping the first, going to the second, and we're going to do a half double crochet. And we're going to do a half double crochet all the way to the end. And we should have a total of 5 half double crochets at the end of row number 1. And this is all we're going to do throughout. Okay. So I'm going to do a chain 1, turn my work over, and we're going to do a half double crochet in every stitch across again. And we're going to do this, I don't know how many, I think I did 45 rows. And you can make it as long as you want, as short as you want. If you wanted to make this into an infinity scarf, you can definitely do that as well. And you just make this really as long as you want the scarf. I don't know, I probably did anywhere between 45 and 50 rows. And again, this will work up really fast because there's only 5 stitches here that you're doing half double crochets. So I'm going to continue to do this. I'm going to make it as long as I want, and I will let you know at the end how many rows I ended up with. But again, you can do as many as you want. It's totally up to you. So that's what it's looking like. Okay. It's just very easy, very simple scarf to make. Nothing special. It's just half double crochets. So I will meet you here once I'm completed with my scarf, and I will let you know how many rows I made. So here I've completed, and I did 48 rows. So again, that's totally up to you on how many rows you want to do. So we're here at the end, and all I'm going to do is cut this off right here, and I'm going to show you how I did the fringe. So actually, I'm just going to cut this. Of course, you're going to want to sew your ends in. Okay. So now what I do, okay, I have the scarf like this. So we're going to put these, I cut these pieces right here, and I cut these about 7 inches, and I cut 20 because we have 5 here and 5 here. And in each one, I'm going to do 2 strands for the fringe. So I cut a total of 20 pieces. So all I do is put them together, fold it in half, and then I'm going to take my crochet hook and I'm going to go through 1 stitch right here. Okay. And then I'm going to just pull it through. Okay. You want to make sure they're kind of even. You'll trim it later. And then all you're going to do is grab and pull to tighten it. And that's how you do the fringe. Now this is the end that we finished here, so I'm going to sew that in. So that's not part of the fringe. If you want it to be, you can, but I'm just going to sew that in later. Okay, so we got one. So then we're going to take another 2 strands right here. Okay, I'm putting them together, folding it in half, and I'm going to go into the second stitch and just pull them through. I want to make sure they're kind of even. Okay. You have an opening like this. Then I'm going to take my fingers and I'm going to pull through. Okay, so now we have 2. So we're going to do this to all of them. We have 5 stitches in this row. So I'm folding this in half, putting my crochet hook in right here, making sure they're kind of even. My fingers, I'm going to take this and I'm going to pull through. So I've done 3. I have 2 more to do on this end, and then I got 5 more to do on this end. So I'll meet you back here once we're done with all our fringe. So I have all my ends, my fringe on right now, and then all you're going to do is basically trim this. So you can leave it as long or as short as you want, and all I do is kind of take my finger and just trim. I'm going to do the same to the other side. I'm going to kind of put this one over it. Okay, kind of, so I can try to make it a little bit even on both ends. Okay, so then all you're going to do is trim again. And you're done. There you go. There's your little scarf right here. There's a little scarf and the little hat. How cute is this? Now, of course, you can wrap it around your doll's neck any way that you want. Like that. You can crisscross it. Of course, you know, you can put it on like that. There's different ways to put the scarf on your doll. So this is it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Again, I tried to make this as easy and simple as possible so that it's easy for you guys to do, and it fits the American doll absolutely perfect. And that's all I have for today. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Again, I just want to say thank you to everybody. I'm almost at 3,000, and I'm hoping to do another giveaway once I reach that. So if you have not subscribed, please do so, and make sure you hit that notification button so that you can get updates of my videos. So enjoy this tutorial and have a great day. Bye.